All right, hey, welcome back. Special video today. It's all about you guys and the chance to win one of the new Universal Audio UAFX pedals. Now, if you haven't noticed, I recently crossed over the 30,000 subscriber mark here on the channel, and I'm always trying to give it back. And you guys helped me get to this point. So let's do a little giveaway. And my friends at American Musical Supply have joined up with me, and they're gonna offer one of these pedals to a lucky winner. So if you win, you get to choose which one you want. You can get the Golden Reverberator, the Starlight Echo Station, or the Astra Modulation Machine. Fun little giveaway. I thought, let's celebrate me hitting 30,000 subscribers with the help of all of you. And it's been a great journey so far. Let's keep it going. And I thought maybe we would just kind of take a quick run through the pedals. I'll show you some of my favorite sounds. I'm continuing to do deep dives on these pedals. There's already a video on the Golden Reverberator on my channel. And then at the end of this video, I'll play a sequence, or all the pedals in sequence, like with a song or a backing track. And I'll even make that backing track available for free. So, free track, enter to win one of these pedals. The winner chooses whatever one they want. You want reverb, you want delay, you want modulation. You get to choose whatever one you're into. Big thanks to American Musical Supply, my friends over there. They've been helping me out for a long time. And don't forget, you can check out these pedals and a bunch of other gear that they carry. They have warehouses all around the country. They can ship to you just about in 2 days, regardless of where you're at in the US. Now, if you're watching this video between now and August 26, 2021, you're gonna have a chance to enter. So I encourage you to do so. Lots of other ways that you can win too, by subscribing to different things and checking out stuff that American Musical Supply has to offer as well. All right, let's jump into some of these pedals, do a couple quick tones, and then we'll listen to a track at the end of the video. Thanks so much. Appreciate you guys being here and helping me celebrate 30,000 subscribers. All right, so there's a lot to talk about with these pedals, but I'm gonna give you a brief overview, and we'll start with the Golden Reverberator. But before we even get into that, first of all, you should know I'm coming stereo out of that pedal, going right into my Universal Audio Apollo, and I'm using amp models, so you're not really hearing a true analog amplifier. I did that because it keeps it nice and clean, and Universal Audio's recreation of amplifiers via their modeling or plugins is really, really spectacular. Sounds pretty great. So we're coming out stereo. These pedals are really powerful with regard to DSP, and it's essentially a really heavy computer in there processing these sounds to make them sound as authentic as possible. That's where UA really puts their time and energy. Faithful recreations of our favorite analog gear. Now, all of these pedals are Bluetooth compatible, and you can download the UAFX app to make further changes to, switch layout or further update the pedal in the future when necessary. So the Golden Reverberator really houses 3 classic reverb sounds. One being a tube spring style, or more of a tube spring, like a Fender style reverb in 2 different iterations, and then more of a classic studio spring reverb as well. You'll also get a plate sound in there as well, and what they call the Hall 224, which really pays homage to those massive old digital reverbs that were in studios with a multitude of settings and possibilities for your sonic landscape, right? But we just got a simple spring dialed up right now, and it sounds pretty great. So imagine we're playing through sort of the best Fender Deluxe reverb ever. And I'll really kind of turn it up, and we got sort of all of our classic settings that you'd think about. Got the drip, really sounds authentic. If we change the effect type right there on that switch, it's going to be another spring, but something a little bit different, a little bit more softer, more musical even. So let's move that effect switch down to the next style of spring reverb, and it's even crazier, more musical, different than your average amp sound. We can add wow and flutter to the reverb and really start to change the pitch of it and make it sound kind of wacky for even just a spring reverb. pretty great. And that's just one of the options. If we go to the plate, plates always sound good, and you change that here on the effect type, and this is the mode switch here. Plates just kind of sound like the perfect reverb for everything. Pretty long there, but it's great for guitar. Nice short decay there. You can also add some chorusing to a plate. So your trails become modulated. And again, I'm going fast through this. And again, there's a pretty deep dive on this channel as well. So let's check out the Hall 224. Now that really, the knobs become more sort of integral to the sound at this point, and really connect to what you would find on the old unit that was this really massive studio piece. So we got to turn a bunch of them up here because they all have different depths and times. So we can get a really, really big sounding 80s, you know, atmospheric type of thing. So I've become the kind of player that really only needs a few sounds these days. And maybe I really like that one for a ballad or something. I can save that here with my mode switch. I can just throw that switch down, or excuse me, save or store switch. I'll get it right one of these days. I can go over to that, and then that sound is stored. Again, lots more, and there's a great video on the channel I did as well. That's just an overview of the reverb, and if you don't have a great reverb pedal and you win the contest, that could be the one that you choose. All right, let's talk about the Echo Station and then move on to Astra. All right, let's talk about the Starlight Echo Station. Now, the Starlight Echo Station really focuses on some of the most iconic guitar pedals for delay out there, or even delay units for guitar, I should say. The first one really starts off with this tape EP3 sound, and that is a faithful recreation of the Echoplex that we know and love from everybody from Van Halen to even Miles Davis used it on his trumpet. It's really synonymous with guitar. And the thing about those units is that they were really unreliable. They'd heat up, the tape would wear out. So that's never going to happen on this pedal. So if you wanted an old Echoplex that's as close as possible to that in a digital pedal, the Starlight Echo Station is your go-to for sure. Now, it's got a lot of the typical controls that you'd expect. It's got your, your mix and your delay time, your feedback, those kinds of things. Feedback is the number of repeats. We can tap our time in with a tap tempo control here, which is great and pretty standard on most pedals these days. But what's not standard in an Echoplex type of sound is 3 different degrees of tape wear. They've done that for you too. So a nice brand new Echoplex tape, an old one that's got splice points, really, really crazy stuff. They faithfully recreated the input stage of that pedal. It sounds really, really authentic. And it's just a great warm delay. I've been loving this pedal because I don't use a lot of delay, just enough, and I want it to sound great and not overtake my sound. That's a lot of delay there, but you know what I mean. So if we talk about some of the other delay models that are in the pedal, the Analog DMM is a really, really great sort of recreation of that big Memory Man style pedal. You can hear all the warble going on. That's because there was a mod control on that allowed you to kind of add chorus or vibrato to the trails. It's a very warm sounding delay. It has that Bucket Brigade technology, and they nailed it for sure. So let's grab the division knob here, turn it down 1 click, tap into tempo. Let's adjust our mix a little bit. Looks pretty good. immediately in edge land, right? That's the sound that he is synonymous with, and he used those pedals to get that. And all of the nuances, and even, you know, they say at Universal Audio, the warts and all have been modeled, and that's all in that sound as well. There's a few other delay sounds in there as well. There's a precision delay, which is more of a kind of studio pristine digital quality delay. And then you can even download bonus effects for all these pedals upon registration. So when you win the pedal of your choice, you can register that pedal on their website or with the app, and you'll be able to get bonus sounds as well. The bonus sound for that one is the old precision, or Cooper time cube delay, I should say, which is affectionately known as the garden hose delay. But you go ahead and Google that, you'll see what I mean. All right, so just some basic stuff there with the Starlight Echo Station. It's a killer delay pedal. Again, has a store function, lots of other goodies under the hood there as well. But we got to talk about modulation and how Astra can help you too. All right, so if you win the contest and you choose the Astra modulation machine, you're going to get lots of classic modulation effects at your fingertips, or at your feet, actually. Yeah, that's where they'd be. So let's talk about it. They faithfully recreated one of my favorite pedals, the old CE1 style of chorus that not only had chorus, but had vibrato as well. So chorus is, it's a really fun effect that, you know, you can use just a slight amount of to really thicken your guitar sound. Turned it off, you'll hear it in the 80s like this. So I said to myself, well, let me hear the vibrato and let's put it fast, and I saved it into this preset here to give me more of that sort of Leslie effect. Pretty great for that. It actually is nice in a pinch or on the fly. That's one of my favorites that I've set. One of my other favorites here is the Trem 65. I love tremolo. I could have it on all the time. And you can, of course, change the depth and the intensity and that sort of thing. And, of course, the speed as well. So you can make it subtle, slower. And what's nice is you can kind of use the preamp functionality as well. So if I turn that up, lots of times, you know, that'll help your signal loss. Lots of times tremolos, they kind of dip your signal a little bit, and to have a boost is nice. There we go. All right, so that's a quick little overview of the UAFX pedals. We're going to give one of these pedals away with the help of my friends American Musical Supply, so big shout out and thanks to them. Make sure you check out their website and all of the gear that they have. We're going to roll a track to where I play all of these pedals and really demo them in a cool musical way. It's a lot of fun. I'll even make the track available so you can play around with it as well. You can enter to win one of these pedals in the video description. I'll post a link, and I'll even post it in the comments as well. Okay, so you'll find it in a few different places. And of course, I'll post the track and how you can get that too. This is a lot of fun. You're going to love adding one of these UAFX to your pedal board. And again, thanks to American Musical Supply for teaming up with me to celebrate my 30,000 subscribers here on YouTube. And big thanks to you for hanging out and subscribing. Let's watch the tune and make sure you go and enter. All right, I'll see you. Thanks so much.